Introduction of This is Marketing book summary. Imagine if the secret to getting noticed online wasn't flashy ads or big budgets. What would it be? You're about to learn how true marketing starts with seeing other people, understanding what matters to them, and earning their trust. You'll find out why ads are just one small piece of the puzzle, and how a fresh way of thinking can help you stand out in a crowded space. By watching this summary, you'll pick up simple, actionable steps to discover your audience, speak in their language, and create value that really counts. Ready to change the way you market forever? Listen till the end of the book summary. This video, including its audio and script, is protected by copyright. Unauthorized reproduction, distribution, or piracy is strictly prohibited and may result in legal action. Welcome to Marketing and Sales English Book Summary, Episode 5. In this episode, we'll explore 2018 published book This is Marketing, written by Seth Godin. The full title of the book is This is Marketing. You can't be seen until you learn to see. Chapter 1 of This is Marketing book summary. Mass ads are dead. Ever wonder why giant TV commercials no longer grab you? Back in the 1960s, marketers had one plan. They bought ads on the 3 big channels. Everyone watched the same shows. One ad could reach millions at once. It was simple. It worked. Imagine you're a marketing leader back then. You had a product but not enough sales. Your fix was clear. Flood the airwaves, fill magazines. Make sure everyone saw your name. Coca-Cola did this every year. Their goal was mass. Mass media, mass message, mass audience. Today, things have changed. We have thousands of TV channels. Many people skip cable for YouTube or Netflix. The internet connects billions, yet it also lets each person choose their own feeds. Facebook shows you what you like. Twitter brings your interests. YouTube suggests videos just for you. Spotify builds playlists around your taste. Mass media has broken into millions of smaller channels. Mass culture has broken too. People no longer share the same shows. A hit series might earn praise but still reach only 1% of the country. The show Mad Men is a perfect example. It got great reviews, but only about 1 out of every 100 Americans watched it. This old approach to marketing no longer makes sense. You can't just throw ads at a broad crowd and expect results. You need a new plan. One that finds the right people. One that speaks directly to them. One that earns their attention instead of demanding it. In this book, you'll learn exactly how to do that. The era of mass advertising is ending. A smarter, more focused way has arrived. Chapter 2 of This is Marketing book summary. Perfect ads? Have you ever thought that online ads might be too good to be true? At first, the internet looks like a dream for marketers. You can pick the exact people you want to reach with a few clicks. Facebook, Google, and YouTube let you aim your ads straight at your ideal audience. No more hoping that a TV spot catches the right crowd. You also do not need to wait for prime time. Your ad can pop up on a timeline or search result at any moment of the day. You can track every action. You can see who saw your ad, clicked on it, and bought your product. This data makes 1960s ad chiefs jealous. Back then, they had to guess if their big TV buy was working. Now we have numbers, clear data, real proof. But here is the catch. Every brand can do the same. The web is crowded with ads. People scroll past them. They learn to ignore the banners. Even the best targeted ad becomes just another thing to skip. Your message can vanish in a sea of noise. Many companies turn to SEO in this book. They pin their hopes on the right keywords. They aim for the top spot on Google. Yet most searches give you pages and pages of links. Only a few sites land on page 1. The rest sit on page 2 or lower. That means almost no one sees them. So online ads and SEO have clear limits. They can help at first glance. Yet they also risk blending your brand into the crowd. You need a smarter plan. In the next chapter of this book, you will learn steps to cut through the clutter. You will discover how to connect with real people and earn their attention for good. Chapter 3 of This is Marketing book summary. True desires. What if people don't buy a drill bit? They buy a hole. The hole is just a way to hang a shelf. The shelf is a way to show off things, and that is a way to feel in control. Harvard marketing professor Theodore Levitt said it best. No one wants a quarter-inch drill bit for its own sake. They want the hole it makes. But they don't want the hole for its own sake either. They want the feeling that comes next, safety and respect. To build something worth buying, you must find a deep human need. You must fill it. This is hard, but it starts in the design stage. It does not stop at ads. Think of a man buying an SUV. He might never go off-road. What he really craves is adventure. He wants to feel free. He wants strength. He wants to stand out. A true adventure SUV will look rugged. It will promise off-road power. Even if the owner stays on paved roads. Marketing in this book will show you how to spot these ones. You will learn to ask simple questions. What makes people feel brave? What makes them feel safe? What makes them feel part of a group? When you know this, you can shape your product around it. You speak to their hopes. You speak to their dreams. This approach changes everything. It guides your teams to build products with real promise. It helps you craft messages that feel true. And it earns you loyal fans. In the next chapter of this book, you will see how to uncover these hidden urges. You will learn step-by-step ways to design products that answer them. Chapter 4 of This is Marketing Book Summary. Find your tribe. Ever think you can speak to everyone at once? You can't. Harvard marketing professor Theodore Levitt said you can't please all people. People want different things. Even when they share the same want, they see it in different ways. Think of adventure. To some, it's a theme park ride. To others, it's traveling to a foreign land. Your product shows one view of adventure. Only those who share that view will care. Everyone else is outside your scope for now. Next, split your audience into two groups, adopters and adapters. Adopters love new things. They look for fresh ideas. They line up for a new iPhone release at the Apple Store. They want to feel ahead of the crowd. Adapters stick to what they know. They feel safe with familiar tools. Picture someone still using a flip phone. They will change, but only when it feels right. This matters. Your product is new to both groups. It offers a new way to meet a desire they already have. You will reach adopters more easily. They crave novelty. They are open to change. If you focus on adapters first, you ask them to drop their old ways. That goes against their nature. It is much harder. Instead, look to adopters. Make them your first audience. They form the smallest viable market. This is the least number of people you need to make a profit. These adopters will talk about your product. They help you reach more people afterward. By serving adopters well, you create loyal fans. They become champions of your brand. Later, you can move to adapters with proof of success. In the next chapter of this book, you will learn how to narrow in on these adopters. You will see step-by-step methods to win them over. Chapter 5 of This is Marketing Book Summary. Stand out. What if you could find your perfect customer by holding a strong value? People buy to satisfy deep needs. They also buy based on what they care about. These personal values guide their choices. Imagine a shopper in the chip aisle. Her need is nutrition. Her values will tip the scale. If she cares about price and fame, she picks a big cheap brand. If she cares about health and the planet, she goes for a local organic brand. Values come in pairs. Each value faces its opposite. Think of risk and safety, casual and formal, tradition and trends, speed and care. You could try to please everyone. You might aim for the safe middle or pick the popular side like affordability. But that space is crowded. Many brands fight there. It is hard to stand out. And for a startup, it means spending more to get noticed. Instead, move to the empty extremes or blend two unlikely extremes. This creates a clear, unique position. It helps you find the people who share your views. This group becomes your smallest viable market. They are enough to make your business work. The Grateful Dead did this with music. They mixed raw freeform jams with tight studio tracks. At concerts, they let songs stretch out. On their 13 studio albums, they kept songs short and slick for radio. This odd combo built a loyal fan base. Fans loved both sides. The band sold over $450 million in records. They succeeded by staking out their own values. In the next chapter of this book, we will learn how to choose the right values. You will see step-by-step ways to claim your unique spot and draw in your ideal fans. Chapter 6 of This is Marketing Book Summary. Speak their language. What if your best fans are already out there? They just need someone to bring them together. In this book, we call that group a tribe. A tribe shares one worldview. That is the way they see and understand the world. A worldview shapes how they live. It guides what they value. These fans have deep needs. They also have values. Values tell them what is right. They use these values when they buy products. Good marketing does three things. It creates, connects, and leads a tribe. You start by telling a story. The story makes a promise. It says, buy this product and you will get what you value. The story then uses symbols the tribe trusts. These symbols can be words, images, or actions. When you speak with them this way, they feel you understand them. Look at JCPenney. The store had bargain hunters as a tribe. These fans loved the thrill of a deal. They clipped coupons from newspapers. They shared tips with friends. JCPenney promised a fun hunt for bargains. The store showed this with a constant stream of coupons, discounts, and clearance sales. These signs said, people like us do this. Then Ron Johnson became CEO in 2011. He thought coupons looked cheap. He removed them all. He aimed for a high-end image. The bargain hunters felt lost. They left the store. Sales fell by more than 50%. This shows why you must speak your tribe's language. You must use the symbols they know. You must lead them with stories they believe. In the next chapter of this book, you will learn step by step how to craft these stories. You will see how to connect and guide your tribe to your product. Chapter 7 of This is Marketing Book. Summary: take the lead. Ever wondered how to push your tribe into action? In this book, you learn to create tension by challenging their status. You saw that people don't want to fall behind their group. You learn two paths to stir that pressure. First, affiliation. You signal popularity. You fill trade show booths. You bring in celebrities or respected authors. These signs say, everyone here loves this. That makes people feel they belong when they join in. Second, domination. You signal strength. You take bold moves. You stand up to rivals or even to rules, like Uber did in its early years. Those actions tell your tribe, we are winners. That invites people who crave power to jump on board. Now you know how to move fans from interest to true action. You can speak to their need to belong or to lead. You can use the right signals to make your product the choice they must take. Chapter 8 of This is Marketing Book Summary. Network effects provide a powerful way to build a bridge between your initial fan base and the general public. Network effects provide a powerful way to build a bridge between your initial fan base and the general public. Unless you're marketing a super specialized product that could only appeal to a niche audience, you'll probably eventually want to move beyond your initial fan base and reach the general public where a much larger market awaits. To cross the gap between that fan base and the public, you'll need to perform the final step of effective marketing, building a bridge that will allow your product to spread. But first, you need to know the nature of the gap you're trying to span. It boils down to the difference between the two groups in question. Your fan base consists of adopters, while the general public is primarily composed of adapters. As a result, you become popular with your fan base for the same reason you're unpopular with the public. You disrupted the old way of doing things. For example, imagine you're a pioneer of online video streaming back in 2010. Tech mavens are eager to embrace your service, but the general public wants to cling to their DVDs. How do you convince them to let go? How do you build a bridge to them? A very powerful answer lies in a phenomenon called the network effect. It happens when a product or service becomes more valuable as more people use it. This sets the stage for a positive feedback loop. As more people use the product or service, it becomes more useful. That leads to even more people using it, which makes it even more useful, and so forth and so on. Consider the case of Slack, an online collaboration platform for co-workers. Initially, it was embraced by a small fan base of people who were willing to learn the ropes of a new program that nobody else was using. Once they had learned it, they worked on converting their co-workers into Slack users. Why? Because the more co-workers using the platform, the more useful it became. So the platform started spreading, and before long, even if someone was a change-resistant adapter, they felt like they had to, adapt to the new Slackified reality of their workplace. Why? Because they didn't want to miss out on the conversations and collaborations everyone else was having on the platform. In sum, network effects can help your product go mainstream, and your initial fan base can lead the way. Conclusion of This is Marketing book summary. You've just listened to our chapters to This is Marketing by Seth Godin. The key message in these chapters is that with the rise of the internet and the fall of monolithic mass media, marketers can no longer rely on advertising alone. Instead, they should take an approach to marketing that identifies people's underlying needs and desires, develops a product that can fulfill them, and uses value positioning and storytelling to cultivate a core group of fans who are receptive to trying new things and can provide the product with its smallest viable market. To spur these fans into action and encourage them to spread the message about the product, marketers should create and relieve tension by challenging their statuses and leveraging network effects to create a bridge between the fans and the general public. Want another helpful tip? Use an XY graph to visualize your product's value position. Take the product you're trying to market and pick two opposing pairs of values. Then draw an XY graph and write one pair of values on the opposite ends of the x-axis and the other pair on the opposite ends of the y-axis. For example, on the x-axis, you might write affordability on one end and exclusivity on the other. Then on the opposite ends of the y-axis, you might write sustainability and extravagance. Now you can see the various territories you can stake out between the extremes of these four values that your customers might espouse. Try picking different locations on the graph and asking yourself, how could I position the product here? What would make the product speak to this combination of values? This will help you find a unique positioning for your product. Disclaimer, please check the description. Any digital copy of this content that is shared through piracy or downloaded without permission or uploaded on any online social media platform will be considered a clear violation of copyright law. Piracy is a serious offense, and strict legal action will be taken against it. Additionally, copyright infringement may result in a strike against your YouTube channel or page, and it could even be deleted. Therefore, please do not engage in piracy or support it. This content has been created based on the references from the mentioned book. However, it may contain some unintentional errors or inconsistencies due to human or mechanical mistakes. If you notice any mistakes or inconsistencies, please accept our apologies and inform us through a comment or message. If you enjoy this book summary and wish to gain complete knowledge of the book, then please consider purchasing the book from an online or offline bookstore and reading it. Thank you.